Hello, friends. I hope you are doing fine. I want to take you through our lesson today. My name is Teacher Richard. So I will be having the first lesson of integrated science, which is class 8, work under living things and the environment. Hope you are going to enjoy the lesson. So wherever you are, let us kick off this lesson. First of all, our introduction on this, we are going to discuss the word the cell. We are going to discuss the word the cell. So our definition of the word cell is defined as a basic unit of structure and function in organism. So a cell is defined as the basic unit of structure and function in an organism. So in living things like plants and animals have got cell, and this cell play a very important role as far as the life of living things are concerned. Some animals or some plants have many cells and some have only one single cell. So, organism that has a single cell, organism that has got single cell, any organism that has got one single cell, we call them unicellular. The organism that has got one single cell, like amoeba has got one single cell. So they are said to be unicellular, meaning one single cell. Okay. Organisms such as plants and animals that are composed of many cells, they have a multiples of cells. Their body, they are said to be multicellular, coming from the word multiple, many cells. So the plants and animals have a number of these cells. We refer to those living things or organisms as multicellular. If you want to be able to see or to observe a cell, we cannot use our naked eyes because cells are very small. They are very minute. They are very small. They are very tiny. So they cannot be seen with our eyes. We are supposed to use a very special scientific instrument called the microscope. And the work of the microscope is to magnify, to make it larger so that you can be able to see it clearly. So the work of this microscope, we have said that they enlarges the image of object when observed and improve the resolutions of the image. It improves the resolution of the image, whereby you can be able to see it clearly, what the cell contain, or what the cell have, or what the cell what the cell have. So we want to move on. Today we are going to be discussing also the plant and animal cell, the structure, when seen under a microscope. So let's move on. We have got there a diagram showing a plant cell. We have got a diagram that is showing a plant cell. We have got there a diagram that shows the plant cell. Let me drag it down so that you can be able to see it clearly. That is a plant cell. That is a plant cell. This plant cell has been enlarged by use of the microscope so that we can be able to see what it contains. So let us study the parts of a plant cell under a light microscope. We have got this part. We have the outermost part called the cell wall. This part is called the cell wall. It's called the cell wall. And we have got another part here. After the cell wall, we have got the cell membrane. After the cell wall, we have got the cell membrane. So after you move from cell wall, you go to the cell membrane. Then inside there, after the cell membrane, we have got the part called cytoplasm. Cytoplasm. Let's move on. In the cytoplasm, we have got what we call the chloroplast. The chloroplast. You know, we have ever come across the word chlorophyll. This is where now the photosynthesis takes place. Chloroplast. We have got another one called the vacuoles. The vacuoles. That is the vacuoles. Then we have the nucleus, a very important part of a cell. We are going to be discussing their functions, their roles. The following diagram show different component of. We are through with the plant cell. Let's go to the animal cell. The animal cell. So remember that a plant cell have got some parts. A plant cell has got some parts and should be able to draw that part and label them. So let's move downwards. So yes. This is now the animal cell. Animal cell has very few parts. Animal cells have got very few parts. This one is very easy to draw and easy to remember. It has got the cytoplasm. Also, cytoplasm are found in the plant cell. We have got the cell membrane. We have the nucleus. Remember that animal cell have no cell wall, have no vacuoles, have no chloroplast. We are going to be comparing the two. Okay, it is here. We can compare the two. Plant and animal cell have slight difference in the internal structure, while some features are common in both. Yes, that's what I just said previously, that plant cell, there's some parts that are not found. There are some parts in plant cell that are not found in the animal cells. We have got some parts that are in plant cell but are also in animal cell. So now let's try to compare. The figure below shows the component of both plant and animal cell. Let's try and compare. Yes, let's try and compare. Let's try and compare the two. Let me move the diagram down one so that you can be able to see it clearly. Now we can try and compare. Yeah. In the animal cell, there is some membrane. There is cell membrane. In the animal cell, we have also in plant cell we have also cell membrane. In the animal cell, we have got cytoplasm. Here we also have cytoplasm. In the animal cell, we have got nucleus. Also here we have got a nucleus. Now let's see the difference. They are large in size. Plant cells are very large in size, and in the animal cells, they are small plant cell. So their size are different. It has a cell wall, but the animal cell have no cell wall. You can have a look, there's no cell wall. So that is it. Then some plant cells have chloroplast that gives the plant its green color, and here it lacks chloroplast. So animal cell lack chloroplast. But us, we have got the what we call the melanin. So let's continue. The plant cell have a permanent vacuole that occupies a large part of the cell. But what about the animal cell? Animal cell usually do not have vacuoles. However, small temporary vacuoles may occur. However, it can occur, but not most of them have got. Let's see the similarities. The similarities we have already discussed on that. You can be able to mention that they both have the cell membrane, both have nucleus within them, both have got the cytoplasm, both have got the cytoplasm. Okay, now let's discuss about the function. As we wrap up our lesson today, we are going to stop at the function so that we can have also another lesson tomorrow, a continuous lesson tomorrow on this. So we have got the functions. We have got the functions. I have got the parts. We have got the parts, the function, and where they are found. Okay, vacuoles. It is the space that has watery fluid. It is called the cell sac that contain dissolved water, mineral salts, and waste product. Both plant and animal cells. So both plant and animal cells. In cell membrane, so vacuoles have got dissolved water, mineral salts, and waste product. Let's go to cell membrane. Cell membrane is a thin layer around the cell that holds the cell together. It holds the cell together. Therefore, the cell can take in substance it needs and get rid of waste product. So the cell can take in, the cell membrane can take in or leave it, and take it or get rid of. So it can take out it takes out the waste and take in what is important to the cell. Let's move on on cytoplasm. It is a jelly-like liquid that fills inside the cell. The chloroplast is where chemical reaction of cell takes place. It is where chemical reaction takes place. It is where chemical reaction takes place. It also contains small structure called organelles, which have special function. It has also a small structure called organelle, which have special function. This marks the end of our lesson today. Until next time, do me a favor by subscribing, comment, and like. Your teacher was Teacher Richard Mteshi. Bye bye.